says T-Series wins. Lewis, are you subscribed to DBuy?
I subscribe to T-Series.
Mikey, I sent the email, the invoice to Jennifer again, so I guess we're not shipping it out.
Take the box, keep the box.
Yeah, I think we're just slapping a new label onto it, so you might have to void this one.
Tell her to come pick it up in person.
Can you void it? She lives in Vermont.
Listen, if you want to be this annoying over shipping, you can drive. You can always drive.
Lewis,
Suggest that she get a buffet.
I just think you don't have to rip it off. I just think she's trying to lose the computer on purpose.
I think she's trying to lose the computer on purpose too. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, make it require a signature. Triple box this because you know she's gonna say that something's wrong with it. Cause that's just tricky. Like, oh, use this carrier. Oh, up the insurance. Oh, up the insurance again. Like double or triple box this. Make it.
I just hate suspicious people.
Yeah.
It just sounds like a potential scammer to me.
It's twice in a week.
Oh, my head.
Twice in less than a week.
My rafflecopter goes swah, swah,
So
swah.
yeah, make sure to avoid her.
My scammer sensor goes swah, swah, swah.
Shipping label?
Yes, sir.
Could you do that over there?
Fine.
All right, here we have a missing PM Sleep S4L board given to me by Camille. And we're going to try and figure out why this board has a missing PM Sleep S4L, confirm that it's a PM Sleep S4L problem, and then throw it at Steve, who decided to put it in my queue. Okay, so this is an 820-3476 board. We can open up a schematic for the 820-3476 board. By the way, by the end of the week, you're going to see high again. You're all going to be seeing high again. Now, the thing is, you may think that he may not show up this time because he didn't show up the last 2 or 3 times. But that's not true, because last night I did a little bit of research and I found out where he lives. That's right, Hi.
Jesus.
You don't come to work, work is going to come to you. Anyway. And I've got some nice, sharp things on my desk. Be very, very encouraging. That being said, we are going to go over this board over here and see what's going on with it. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm just going to troubleshoot this from scratch and see what is wrong with it. And just pretend that I don't know that it's a PM Sleep S4L. Now, we have a light in the charger, so PP3V42 has to be there. Toss a lens in the cam portion and give us a look at that. I'm not quite sure what you're asking. You mean a budget camera? Is that what you're at? Or a budget microscope? What do you mean? Alright, so we have 12.6. SMC is doing its job. Now we're going to check the PIPA 5ES5 and the PIPA 5ES4 area. Over here we have a very heavily probed PIPA 5ES5 area. Five is present. PP3V3S5 is present. Clock chip. That's present. Okay, now what's this? Okay, what's this? What is this effery over here? The Macbook was delivered this evening. I'm seriously happy you guys will be looking at it. Awesome. Do we have a laptop from an Andrew Bernard here?
Last name sounds familiar, actually.
We'll see if we can fix that one.
Yes, we do. Actually,
Oh, we'll take a look at that later. All right, so the first thing I want to do is figure out what this FS is going on up here. Making an effort to curse a little bit less. It's probably not going to go very well.
It's a lead. Didn't come in yet. At least I don't know if it
All
did
right, so
yet.
it looks like PP1V35 cam.
Hello?
PP1V35 cam. And there's... Why are there ripped traces around here? And furthermore, why would we care? I mean, this is for a camera. I don't care about a camera. This thing doesn't turn on. We can't care about a camera yet. Oh, this fume extractor is driving me crazy. It's so easy to kick the cover off of it. I'm gonna come flying off the desk. So, did that one come in or no?
It's a lead. Didn't come in yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andrew. It doesn't look like it's coming yet. Kevin just lied to me.
I would have to.
This is the face of a liar, by the way. I'm sorry to have gotten your hopes up.
It's, we
This
don't
man
know
just told me
yet.
it came in, and
Because he's had a ticket here before, and then I realized
Yeah.
it was from long ago, and then I saw another
Yeah.
recently created.
yeah, you explain it to him. Just crushed that man's hopes and dreams after he donated $5.
Didn't he? Wait.
Kevin.
What did he say was wrong with this machine?
Hmm?
What did he say was wrong with this machine?
I don't remember.
Okay. Sorry, Andrew.
Okay. I'm seeing some interesting comments here. Fire Kevin, says Bob McCabe.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. Appreciate it as well. Y'all didn't mention it?
And not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. That is very good advice, Miss Muskoji. Some very good advice. Alright, so what we're going to do here is try and remove these two capacitors. I kind of want to see what's going on under that, and I may actually remove this NAND chip. Not NAND, I believe this is a buffer. I think this is a 512 megabyte buffer chip for memory. Because also, keep in mind, if there's a hole in this section of the board, what does this tell me? This tells me that damage occurred here. It also tells me that this board was likely clean before it got to me. That tells me that the thing next to it probably got damaged. The thing right next to it is a clock chip that creates a 32 kilohertz clock that is going to talk to the CPU and the PCH and get the CPU and the PCH running. The CPU and the PCH is what's going to create PM Sleep S4L, which is missing. Clock chip. So let's see if we can replace this with one that works. Because that clock chip does indeed happen to be messed up. See? I am putting in effort to curse less. It's hard when you're surrounded by people like Kevin all day. Say words that they're not supposed to say.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, Liz.
Mikey knows what you're talking about.
Mike is a liar.
Mikey knows very well what I'm talking about.
Mike's never heard me say it a single time.
Alright, so this chip over here is my clock chip. Oh, and I can even see the capacitors are sideways on it. It was confirmed and delivered and signed for by SSTEV. That is the FedEx man faking Steve's signature, as he always does, because Steve knows how to yes. So Steve knows how to spell his name. So it's probably in Kevin's pile, and he's likely he's gonna have you on hold for a little bit. Like that's it's in this pile that's over here that my water bottle is sitting on. But don't worry, we're professionals. And if it was water damaged already, then like it's no big deal. No big deal. So if we go back over here, the camera chip is where we have all this nastiness. Now I'm going to assume if nastiness struck here, that stuff next to it has been damaged. I don't think that a camera buffer chip like what we see over here is going to have any sort of serious... This is not going to cause any sort of serious problems. This is that... Now, also, this is the interesting thing. Even though it has capital letters, this is actually 4 gigabit, not 4 gigabytes. So that is a 512 megabyte buffer chip for the camera. I'm kind of curious what type of sector math that chip would use. I don't think out of the 400 people watching right now that there's more than one person in my chat that knows what that means. But let's take a look and see what U1900 is for. U1900 is what's going to create a clock. I'd really love it if you left videos up longer, live videos up longer. I love watching the live shows. Alright, I'll leave it up for maybe a few nights. But we do live in a world now where people will go through everything that you've ever said over the past 30 years, find the one thing that you've said that may be slightly offensive, to completely rip it out of context and use it to destroy you as a human being. So I figured that leaving up unedited live streams where I'm interacting with the audience and joking back and forth might not be the best idea until we move past that culturally and as a side. But anyway, back to U1900. So it creates, this is responsible for a 25 megahertz clock and a 32 kilohertz clock. That 32 kilohertz clock, as you can see, goes to the CPU. The CPU is what's supposed to be creating my PM Sleep S4L, which is missing on the board. So I am going to take a guess that I should start here. And hopefully you kind of understand why I've taken that leap. And how I came to this conclusion. By the way, people, everybody congratulate HAKKO on his new job. HAKKO in the chat has been a moderator for 2 years, and he is just about hired, assuming he shows up this time. He also helped me fix my Bafang bike yesterday. I think it's going to be pretty cool to have somebody who can finally help me with stuff like video editing and not just that, but like all the little things that I say I want to get around to but that I don't do. It's also going to be nice to be able to have a little bit more free time to do things like sleep, travel, well, mostly sleep. But yeah, it would be nice to be able to sleep every now and then. So there's a lot of things at this business that could be better that I haven't really put the time in that I should have to make them better. And I'd like to start. So we got a good staff here. We got people like Camille. We've got people like Paul, Tagir, maybe Kevin. Nothing. But nothing at all. You still visit the doctor for a concussion. I visited the doctor for a number of other things, but I still have not gotten around to visiting for the concussion. Oh, hey look, Kevin found Bernard's laptop. It's here! Alright, we'll get to that one after I destroy this one. Hopefully it's fixable so you don't hate me. I can come up with things like a live stream bot that automatically answers questions that I've answered millions of times before. I bet HAKKO could code a bot. I can't code, but I bet HAKKO can code. Carolyn's here. How's it going, Carolyn? Lower the fume extractor. That thing's a little too loud. Okay, let's see what we get here. All right. As you can see, fan spin. Fan spin. Do you understand what we're doing here? Do you understand what we got at? Do you understand why we did what we did? So, this board was having an issue where it was missing PM Sleep S4L. We did a physical inspection of the board, and there was a mess right around this area. Now this area, if this area is a mess, I'm going to assume that whatever happened, if whatever is liquid or any sort of junk, may have affected things that are in the surrounding area that are sensitive. Like, let's say, a chip whose sole job it is to create a 32 kilohertz and manage a 25 megahertz clock crystal. So that's the type of thing where even the teeny tiniest bit of water is going to hurt it. It's not like an ISL 6259 where you're going to see a hole punch through it. It's the type of thing where even the teeny tiniest bit of messing with it, and this is new for me, no cursing, a little tiny bit of water will mess it up. Now, if you look at the schematic in the board view, that's the only thing in the surrounding area that's going to have a relation to the PCH. You have the SMC. That's not really responsible for PM Sleep S4L stuff. It is responsible for deciding that you're ready to enter a state of getting PM Sleep S4L at all. So, for example, if PM DSW power good is missing, you would have a flat PM Sleep S4L, but here we didn't have a flat PM Sleep S4L. We had a pulsing PM Sleep S4L. If you look under it, you have camera stuff. That's not important. Camera stuff here, not important. Bam. This is important because that goes straight to the PCH. And if we want to really trace back where PM Sleep S4L comes from over here, you see that PM Sleep S4L, it's P5VS4RS3 enable. If you go back to this resistor, you'll see that comes from P5VS4RS3 enable D, and that comes from PM Sleep S4L. PM Sleep S4L comes from the PCH and the system management controller chip. See? Right up here. So you need the ins on the left, and you get the outs on the right. Ins on the left gives you the outs on the right. And once you're done with that, you're going to get fan spin. Fan spin. So that's it for that board, and as always, I hope you learned something. All this board needed was one little chip, and it was picked at random. 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 With that, we're going to move on to the next MacBook. Why stop cursing? That is classified information. Let's put this in a slot. F17.
There's nothing in there.
Okay, so now there is. Wait 1 sec. I dropped my rubber. I have. Here, Kevin. Just put my rubber over there.
I wouldn't want to touch your rubber. Right?
Okay.
Want anything from the smoothie place?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Let's see. Headphones. Kevin walked out as soon as the phone starts ringing. Typical Kevin. Typical Kevin. I got these for much less than this, though, because I always keep an eye out for refurbs. So headphones, I just sent a link to, and then I use them with this wireless cable. Let's find the wireless cable so I can link it in the YouTube chat. This cable sucks, but it's the least bad of any of the cables that I have tried. Okay, with that, we're going to move on to Andrew's.
We usually recommend not, because they usually have recurring issues.
Not Andrew, Bernard.
Yeah.
Wait, Andrew is Bernard. So first thing we're going to do, wipe off the desk. And I'm hoping, since it's a 15-inch Retina, that this is not one of the ones with the CPU V-core short, it's PP Bus G3 hot, because that would be sad. Every time a nice person, here's the thing, every time a nice person wants theirs to be fixed on stream, it always winds up being a no fix for some really sad reason. So hopefully that's not the case for him.
Same drain. Yeah, we typically recommend the person not to do electrical switches, because same thing would happen.
Okay. Are you all ready to watch me screw up a repair for somebody who's watching live?
Sorry.
This is the fun part. Let's see where Kevin put it. It's not in the slot that it should be. Go figure. Great. And he ran away. You, Kevin. Do you know where he put Andrew Bernard's machine? The one that he held up and said, here, do this one next? It's not in any of the new slots.
It's not on his desk?
It doesn't look like it's on his desk either. Siri?
And you didn't write nothing on the ticket? On his computer?
Let's see what he put in the ticket. Jim A., I don't care about those people.
A label, please?
A label on it?
I would like a label on this.
Label.
To have you practice your disgusting practice and put a label on this.
Label. Label.
Call, right?
Yeah.
Label.
Put a label on the computer?
Oh, it's because it's under a business name, that's why. So Andre says if you're not going to fire Kevin, that we should at least hang him by his underwear from a flagpole. Someone said if you're not going to fire Kevin, you should at least hang him by his underwear from a flagpole.
That's me. Shut up, Andre. Tell him to think harder, not me.
Let's get this straight. Only we get to bully Kevin, not you guys.
Yeah, you guys can't bully Kevin, just us. We're the ones who have to deal with him.
Yeah, exactly.
What about the customer whose computer that he put in the wrong slot? Yeah, so the customers can. All right, here we're going to be fixing a computer for somebody who is in the live chat right now and watching. So if we screw it up, well, it's a good thing Steve's answering the phone today and not me. So let's get to work. This appears to be an A1398 machine that has no power. And I'm going to hope that it's not because the CPU got 12 volts from that garbage terribly placed regulator circuit. I shouldn't say badly placed regulator circuit. I should say complete lack of liquid resistance that winds up causing the machine to send 12 volts to the CPU because there's none in that area. Just awful, awful. Hi, you cannot bully Kevin because you are not... You're actually the new person, so I mean, Kevin, if anything, Kevin can bully you. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do with this machine, before I even get started, since this is the one that always manages to have a dead CPU, is I'm going to check what the resistance is between PP-Bus G3 Hot, which is the main power rail, and the CPU vCore inductors. So these are the chips, these three chips over here are responsible for slicing up the 12 volts from PP-Bus G3 Hot and then making it into 1 volt or around 1 volt, somewhere around there for the CPU. Now, I already have a feeling, sadly, that 12 volts has been to the CPU because I see a little bit of solder over here, which typically means, and I also see a bit of solder on a point over here for PP-Bus G3 Hot, which means that somebody was most likely already trying to locate a short circuit around CPU. Maybe it was us before, maybe this has had a short before, maybe it's somebody else. Actually, it does look pretty neat, so there is a chance that it was us or it was somebody else who's not a jackass. So, but let's see what the resistance is. Damn it, I said ass. Alright, Jack, I gotta come up with a new set of words here. So, first thing we're gonna do, PP-Bus G3 Hot, over here, CPU vCore coil, over here, resist, oh, dude. Oh. So what does it mean, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, if we have a 0.3 ohm short, a 0.3 ohms between the 12.6 volt line and the CPU? What does that mean? Let's check all three phases. We have a 0.3 ohm short between PP-Bus G3 Hot and the CPU. And over here, on the third CPU vCore phase, we have a 0.4 ohm short. I feel really bad. This guy donated $10. He said, like, I'm so happy that you're getting my machine. I'm so excited that you're going to get it. I can't wait to watch you fix it on stream.
Andrew?
And he has a 0.3 ohms between... No, that's him. And he's watching right now.
Oh.
And there's a 0.3 ohm short between 12 volts and a CPU.
Paul Zalmo CPU?
Paul's got to stop saying this whole no Zalmoing thing.
No, that's his name though. Paul and
Paul Zalmo.
Paul Zalmo.
Hello.
Picking up
I'm gonna put this in Paul's name to Zoma. It's gonna be it's his job to locate a CPU from China. That's not a joke.
No, that was Paul Zama. GPU was his middle name.
Yeah, Paul Zama.
Middle name Zama.
Okay, we're going to.
I can pull up your ticket. You got it? Okay.
I called this before I even started. Before I opened it.
Now you have to do both.
I called it before I started. Like I knew for some reason it was gonna be a dead CPU. That makes me sad. No, okay, so Paul's gonna be tasked with.
First and last name?
first name Elvina.
But we have to.
All right, well let's see.
Okay, so battery replacement.
Maybe the CPU survived it. Maybe he's a lucky guy.
If we have that battery.
'Cause we actually bought those CPU MOSFETs. But if that's not what it is, then Paul's gonna replace the CPU.
The 6708?
Do we have it? You know where it is?
I don't know where they are, but.
Paul has them.
Test it out, make sure it works. But I thought those for the.
If you mean it works, it didn't die.
Do those use the same ones?
Wait, this may not.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, this may not be the MOSFET that we. B and C, where do you have that luck where it's not always dead?
We have 1465 batteries. No. Those are like unicorns. You can't find those.
Yeah, we don't have any batteries for that.
Unicorn?
No.
I want a unicorn.
I'll check back in like 2 weeks. 2 to
I
3
would
weeks.
recommend checking back in 2 weeks, but they're quite difficult to obtain. We have to wait for them to be able for sale.
It looks like it works.
All right. How will you be paying?
Card.
All right.
One moment, I'm trying to open up the schematic, but Paul Daniels' software is not allowing it. Here we go. I had to open it manually.
It wasn't stored to factory settings. So.
Paul Daniels' software.
What was that?
The IT guy at my job reset it to factory settings.
Oh,
There's
okay. So
nothing on
is it at the window where it's telling you to set it up?
No.
Oh,
mean,
okay.
like, he
But you
wiped-
logged in.
6808.
like, you
Right,
checked.
right. He just took everything off of it
Oh,
just in
okay,
case
perfect.
and put it
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. Okay, cool.
An external.
Yeah.
I'm changing the price. Give me a second. How can I help you?
Hey, I went to the Bolts and I think pretty 2015 13-inch right now. MacBook Pro.
What's wrong with it?
It's got one sound and there's no cracks or physical damage, but it's like I got a bunch of it's mostly black and I got like
Yeah, yeah.
embroidered colored lines.
Yeah, yeah. That should be just the screen. It's 500 for that plus that.
Hey. Alright, so it looks like I do have MOSFETs that are brand new for this, like actual new from Mouser. It's a compatible.
Yeah, I mean, we should be able to do it within like a day or so. It depends on how they look.
It's just that it's in Paul's pile, so I have to go over through Paul's desk and find those
All
MOSFETs.
right, thanks a lot. Yeah, this is nice. Holy shit.
Let me send Paul a text and ask him where those MOSFETs are hiding, because I could use them for the stream.
Comes up to 150.
Okay.
You? No.
Hello, Sasha. How are you? Huh?
They kicked you out of the office?
Yeah, I got kicked out of the office. I stream from here now.
Why would you put him in the front? This is the worst place.
No, I'm great with customers. People love me, Sasha.
I don't know. I read some of your YouTube reviews. I don't know.
You mean Yelp reviews or YouTube
Your
reviews?
YouTube reviews.
Yeah, but
I
you've
never-
said
I
that too.
never
Everyone
even-
thinks you're mean for some reason.
Yeah, I like.
I don't know what he means. I think he's an animal. So I don't
Much sadness. What brings you in today, Sasha? What can we break for you?
think- I'm not dealing with you because last time I gave you my laptop, you know what happened to it? You lost it.
I didn't lose it.
Yes, you did.
I hid it so that it would be held safe from you until we could call 411 on you for abuse of Apple products.
Ah, you're the worst.
What brings you in?
I think the drive died.
Drive, let's see.
Yeah,
Doesn't boot?
No, nothing. Just Apple sign and then it goes away.
Where can I find those CPU MOSFETs? Question mark. I am streaming a repair that needs them. Period. Thank you! Exclamation point. Okay, once Paul should probably get back to me by the time this is ready.
Why'd you put Kevin on me, dog?
We have a lot of more new people here.
I see. I came on
There's about like 10 or 11 people that work here now.
Weekend.
Saturday, right? Oh, yeah. I came on Saturday. I was looking for you. I was driving by. I bought the wrong laptop.
Look, he does work too. Not like those other drunk bullshitters.
Well, you find these people who do real work.
No.
The internet.
You're waiting on her. Just call them quick.
What's up? You set up your whole shop up here?
You see, they
Hmm?
don't read. Nobody
It's a
reads.
nice one.
I emailed.
Even the
Camera.
customer
I
doesn't.
emailed because I don't like typing things.
No, but I emailed them already.
So you're making your
They're gonna reply anyway.
Can you text spam Paul until he tells you where those transistors are? Do you have Paul's number?
I don't.
Sure, wait, I could just put his number in the chat.
Oh, he'll get spammed pretty quick.
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
So-
That's yeah.
What's this? The 15 right now? What are you doing with it?
Who left these?
Replacing CPU V-core MOSFETs with a replacement because it's sending 12 volts to the CPU.
You really think?
Do you have any more?
I thought
Wait,
it was a no fix.
no. The thing is, if the MOSFETs, I mean, you think the MOSFETs? did
Well, I
not
know it's
send-
dead, but Chris Long is telling me that it's not, and the customer who's in the chat may actually believe him, even though I know Chris Long is trolling me, and only saying this so that I waste time opening it.
All right,
So
fair enough. Let's do it.
I know Chris. Like he said that 2 of these that he replaced MOSFETs on worked. I always have a dead CPU.
Yeah. That's,
I've been through like 15 boards worth of MOSFETs. Yeah, Paul has wasted time on this too.
All these
Really? I don't know if I could do that. My God. Where they send it from?
all over the place. We get international ones, but usually.
Also, somebody injected voltage to find the short, which means that most likely they killed us. Yeah, I hope they left it below 1 volt.
This the
I
one?
hope.
This the
Oh
one?
yeah, the guy that didn't want to pay for the Toshiba
Yeah,
replacement,
some guy
SSD replacement, gave me comedy the tickets.
oh, really?
Yeah, B and C. I know they're on Mouser. It's just I need them to be more local, like within 90 feet.
This computer was
So,
amazing.
and I know that Paul has a spool because he showed me it this weekend. So the thing I need to do is spam Paul until he tells me where they are. Ah, he just told me. In the back cabinet, first door open to open about eye level, labeled. Labeled. Steve, can you get them for me? It has a label on
In
it.
the back cabinet. Let's see.
It has a label.
Let me read. I read.
Well, that means it's booting.
Okay.
Not necessarily
Label
booting
on it.
successfully, but no display
It-
backlight, probably a display issue.
It has a label on it.
They just stopped selling these, and then I went to go get one, and they were like, "We don't sell these anymore. We're gonna fuck you and make you get the one with the pearl with the touch bar."
We missed you, Sasha.
I missed you too, man. What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. My uncle came over here the other day.
Did we give him good service or fuck him over?
No, he said it was good.
Oh
He just
crap, I cursed
changed-
you.
He just added an SSD drive, and then wanted the drive copy, the drive copy. And he added some RAM. I told him for so long, like, go and do that, man. He wait till his disk drive, till his hard drive was completely full of them. I told him to go see Lou like 1,000 years ago.
These are from Mouser, right?
Yeah, I mean that's as legit as it gets.
Brand new.
I know. I want to put them on the side.
Have these solved the what do you call it? The issues with the late 2013 ones?
Yeah.
For sure.
The interest, yeah. Paul's done a few already, and the interesting thing is that's the exact same one that's used on the one that has a GPU. So why is it only that this issue only occurs in the one that does not have a
That's
GPU?
what I'm saying.
Maybe the CPU gets pushed more on that because because you're only using its internal
Well,
graphics.
I thought it happens when the CPU goes into low power state.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
It's only phase 1 that does it, which is strange.
Anyway, they're right here.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
By the way, do you know that Linus has more data recovery videos on YouTube than you?
What was that?
People are going to think Linus beats you at data recovery.
Oh, wait, let me give them the Kevin laugh.
Wait, 1 second. Let me mute. I know you edit those streams, Chris Long. I know you swap a different board in and add flux to it so it looks like your CPU works. I refuse to believe this. Every single one of my donors is missing that MOSFET, and there's all the ones that I've ordered, and I've never had a board that survived CPU like this in 4 or 5 years. Yet Chris Long has ones that survive it? I don't buy that. I don't buy that Chris Long's luck is that much better than mine just because he's a better looking man and more financially successful and doesn't live in New York and lives in a place where people are civilized and happy to each other, and I don't believe that all the benefits only accrue to the most naturally attractive in society, or people who are able to grow a beard. I am a little jealous of his beard. I can't grow a beard. Okay, so let's remove those MOSFETs. I'm not even going to bother with checking after removing one. I'm just going to take them all off as... They're all going to come off as a group. I'm not going to try to save like $6 by only replacing 1 or 2 of them. They're all going to go. Hello, Sasha.
What's up, Luke? How's that?
Going well?
Think your dad's doing well?
I think he's doing well.
Oh my God, what do you mean?
I talk to him, every couple of years.
How's the cat?
My kitty's doing very well. There's another kitty that tricked me into taking him in, because I thought he was acting like a domestic. He was acting like a domesticated kitty. So I took him in. Yeah. And he walked up to me while I was outside and went wow, wow, wow. And I thought he had an owner. And then I find out that he was just one of the cats from the backyard that wanted a home and food.
And now he's living the good life.
Well, I'm trying to pawn him off on somebody, but nobody wants to take him, even for money. I offered Mark $500 to take him, and nobody wants him.
How bad is your dad?
He doesn't know how to clean his ass after he poops,
Yeah.
and also he doesn't poop in litter boxes. He poops where he wants to, like a rabbit. But the big issue is that he doesn't. I have to clean his ass for him every single day. Do you know what a pain that is to have to clean a cat's ass every day?
The rest of his life, too.
Yes, it's not fun. All right, let's try to not kill this guy's computer.
Can you get a video right now?
If I had a cat carrier, I would definitely take Oreo to the store.
Or what?
I want to bring that cat to the store, make him a store kitty.
No way. He's gonna fuck stuff up in here.
No, he's not. He's a good little Oreo.
You're gonna be doing that right there. You're gonna be soldering and he's gonna fucking jump on the desk.
He's gonna go wrong. No, he's gonna jump on Steve's table, not mine. And also, Steve will have to clean his ass instead of me. Chris Long, I have multiple kitties, but the unfortunate thing is that he's always trying to have non-consensual sex with the other kitty, so the other kitty doesn't want to clean him. He's a hashtag Me Too kitty. Damn, that's annoying. What a sound. Oh no, I'm not checking resistance after each pull. No, we're not. I'm trusting Chris Long. Chris Long said that this was not going to be, was not going to have a dead CPU, and I believe him. I believe Chris Long. Chris Long wouldn't lie to me, and he wouldn't troll me. It's a Seiki. It's a Seiki Pro. Look, it even says Pro on it. That's how you know it's Pro.
Hard drive. Ah, I knew that. Alright.
We do data recovery now in a lab level. Would you like Steve to take all of your money today?
My lab. I'll buy it.
You want hard drive? You want SSD at this point? I think it's.
On that one? No, that's just a backup.
I mean, it's still worth it. SSD for 250 is like $50. Samsung. I don't have anything less than.
You have to get one. I just say, oh. No, because I want to.
Oh, terabyte. Yeah. I mean, if you bring me the terabyte, I'll do it.
Hi.
So that's funny because
It was, oh, yeah.
the one thing I reminded me was I started that
Hmm?
Yeah, you can
that turned on before and then there was some that just died.
Yeah, the bottom of the resistor conducted on the top, but not on the bottom. Because when I measured it, it worked. But on the bottom of the when I took the resistor off, on the it wasn't there. Because I checked on the capacitor after the resistor, and it was only 0.3 volts going up and down.
Alright, cool.
That was such a troll.
It was a troll.
I figured out the PM Sleep S4O one too.
What?
But was that your camera wire, or did it come here like that?
Camera wire?
Yeah, there was a wire around the camera flash memory chip.
So can I get the stuff that's on the hard drive?
No, that wasn't my favorite. Might have been.
Because the PM Sleep S4O one you asked about had a wire on it.
What was it?
The- The A203476? Was that your camera wire or was that ours? I mean, was that like some other shop that tried to mess with it?
Because we were trading those. It's like, hey, you want to look for beers like this, bro?
So, can you remember to tell him tomorrow? Because I'm going to forget. He was looking for... He was thinking, like, I'm just going to fix what looks broken, but rather look in the... What is in that area? So let's say if liquid got on the camera area and there's a clock chip next to it, I would... Yeah, I'm going to focus more on the clock chip than the damage to the camera circuit. So that I didn't have any hint that the clock chip was bad, but I figured that if he had worked on the camera area, I assumed that there was corrosion there, and then I assumed that any of that...
Oh, you mean the one with the long jumper for the cap?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he did that one. The jumper didn't work, and then I looked at it, and he cleaned. I think there was corrosion on the crystal area, but
Yeah, anything there at all will kill it immediately.
Really?
Because it'll still make 3.3 volts, but the actual 25 and 32 kilohertz clock will be jittery and off. It takes nothing to kill that.
oh, so the crystal dies quickly. What you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So that chip wasn't as well?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, appreciate it. Still learning.
There's some... Okay, it's still... Really, Chris Long? 0.1 ohms to PP bus, and you want me to keep going? Chris Long is telling me that if I replace the CPU MOSFETs, the CPU is not going to be dead. Even though there's a 0.2 ohm short to ground between PP bus and CPU vCore. Do you think that he's making this up?
That's right.
Yeah, I know. He's just he's saying this just to waste my time.
Who is this?
Chris Long. He is a longtime viewer and talented tech out of somewhere. And you know that plot of land that's between California and New York? He lives in one of those. And but yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Kevin, since you're a funny
But he's trolling me. I know he's
Take this
trolling.
comedy club ticket. I give. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
By the way, Sasha, a beautiful woman had a crush on him and even said, "I wish I had a boyfriend" the other day, and he did nothing.
You didn't even move. Oh my god.
I even I confirmed that she was single.
He got shy. That's why.
he
Is she
froze.
coming back to pick up her computer?
No, she already did. We tried to fix it.
Yeah.
I offered her
Coming back to get this hair.
I offered her tickets to Cirque du Soleil and dinner at a 5-star restaurant, paid for.
Yeah.
I was pretending to be him.
Oh,
SMS. I tried to fix it.
This was a setup
Yeah.
hookup.
Yeah.
yeah, it sounds like it's very good to go.
You gonna come back tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm
Okay. Come down here, just ask for. He'll put you on hold, so don't ask for him.
Steve would be here.
no problem. Lou, what are you doing over there?
I am breaking a CPU vCore circuit.
It looks like it. You got any
You did your hair differently.
Yeah, I cut it all off.
I like it.
So late. Thanks.
No, this new hairstyle definitely suits you.
Yeah, thanks.
This is quality. Much better than Kevin's comb over.
Wait, what did you say? Better than what?
My comb over.
Have you ever noticed that he looks exactly like Mr. Bean, by the way?
Oh my god.
Does not look like
Exactly.
Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean Jr. Yeah, you know that. But if you don't have it, what's that one? The redness? What's wrong with it? Oh, what was wrong with it?
Don't be creepy, Andre. No creepiness.
Yeah, so I've been swimming a lot, and with my hair really long, it was just being annoying to like,
Where are you swimming, Sasha?
where at the Y? At the Y. And at the beach. Maybe when I go on, like when I travel and stuff like that.
Where are you staying now?
In Brooklyn.
Bleh. I want to escape.
Where you gonna go?
Anywhere. One of those places between California and New York that's not New York.
To live? Or
Yes.
where you looking for? Yeah.
I might have one.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring it tomorrow. I'll show you.
Okay, so what time are you
I
gonna
mean, I come at like 2 hours.
Okay, anytime after that? If you're gonna be able to close.
I'll be here till 8.
Okay, I get the drive and I'll come tomorrow.
Okay. Enjoy it. Bye.
See you later, Sasha. Don't be a stranger.
Will you be here tomorrow?
Of course I'll be here tomorrow. Kevin!
I passed by twice anyway.
He does that all the time. Huh?
I passed by. I was here like twice. I passed by now.
Oh.
I met him already.
Which one? Mikey? Oh, Kevin. I'm sorry to hear that.
I saw him Saturday. Every time I come, you're playing cookies.
You still have my number, or do you have like 5 phone numbers ago?
I probably have like 72 numbers.
Yeah. Every time I break up.
I kept asking, like, what's his number? I'm like, just scroll up.
Lauren!
Chaplain. No worries. I'm horrible. You get a new phone. You get an actual phone?
Oh, you're not Lauren.
No, I know Lauren.
Crap. Sorry.
No worries.
I was.
What's your voice?
Let me just mute. I change my number every time I get it. Every time I break up with somebody, I get it.
It's connected somewhere.
What?
Yeah, I hear myself laughing.
Oh, did you just call me?
Yes.
You did just call me.
Yeah. How did it pick up?
Oh, my Bluetooth.
Oh.
Bluetooth doesn't work.
I see tomorrow. You'll be here?
I'll be here.
All right, I see tomorrow.
Sorry, I thought you were somebody that worked here 7 years ago.
It's okay. I have the advantage.
Kevin, are they on hold?
Which model? What's the model?
And an iPhone 7 Plus
Screen? We don't have no 7 plus screen. We don't have no 7 plus screens that come over.
Try the place one block down, the Western Union guy. His name is Tamim. Just tell him we referred you. I like him. He's nice. Yeah, we just, it's hard for us to find good quality screens for that one right now. Oh, I remember. Now I remember. Yeah, yeah. I mixed. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Actually, it was replaced in June. And then before it as well. Battery was replaced for it again. Why?
how's the like? What's that bringing into this?
We get to it when we can, pretty much. We'll join the queue line. We'll get to it when if you do drop it off, we get to it when we can because there's a queue line in front of us.
Right.
So once it's done, we'll call you up or you get an email and then we'll come back and pay it.
That queue line is to
Yeah, but once you get to it, it should take 6 minutes.
Thank you, no problem. What's his name?
Huh? Tamimi. Yeah. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you.
Is it even safe to be so close here, like to the window? Like,
Yeah. I got kicked out of the office. Now I'm up here. There's like 6 people up here. Claustrophobic. Why are so many people in my tiny little store? Why can't I afford to get a store of a real size? Someday. Someday I'll have a store that's not a hole in the wall. Shithole. You really do notice when you have to deal with multiple people at once what a shithole this place is. This is common, Andrew, because the MOSFETs are on the corner and that's where the water goes. Okay, so all the MOSFETs are off the board. So what we're going to do is we're going to check PP bus G3 hot to CPU vCore. And obviously it's gone because there's no path for it. And CPU vCore to ground. I mean PP bus G3 hot to ground. So PP bus G3 hot to ground is 4 million. So the short circuit is gone, obviously. Now the real concern is whether or not that short circuit returns once the MOSFET is there and we have a path between PP bus G3 hot and the CPU once more. Mikey, you have any quieter tape? Or like another room? Or you're deafening people. Mikey, how dare you do your job? Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, a lot has happened since you did the documentary for them. Got featured in CBC News, all sorts of crazy stuff. 780,000 people watching. Just jumped in. Sure, it all started from your documentary. Okay. Alright. Yeah.
Yes, we do have that.
Okay. So, this is awkward because I'm going to take it and I'm going to take it to the people who initially repaired it and possibly put the bad battery that's in it and see if they will replace it for free. But then otherwise I'm bringing it back to you. Because, yeah. It's one of those, I'm a PhD student, I don't have much money, so.
Worth a shot, yeah.
No. It's worth a shot going back. It was just one of those.
8 plus.
It almost.
Yeah.
And
Turn around time.
Lewis knows how much I like repair. It almost turned me in, but I'll repair out why.
Is that again?
Yeah. It's
So, white.
miscommunication. Yeah, it was a miscommunication.
Yeah, white, yeah.
Or something we're having with the L and the K stopped working on the keyboard, so I was like, what's a keyboard? You know, something's wrong with the keyboard. And they took out in the notes.
Okay, thank you. Drop this. Nothing?
Otherwise, I'll be back here. I know that's kind of a conversation to do, but I was in the neighborhood and I was well, yeah, but I appreciate all of it.
You're trying to run away. Oh, I need to make my tweezers wider.
So this is a combination of the Apple fixes here. Go to Apple and
They don't make them.
it doesn't matter, it's the quality. Louis, you want to put a flex gate on live stream?
I'm busy.
No?
Busy.
Through Apple more?
Can you do it?
Not really.
Yeah, you can do it.
So,
Go.
I mean, in
Everybody,
terms of-
meet Steve.
In terms of so oh yeah, we have to do it. Flexgate.
Auto.
I can't. That thing's too. Flexgate. Well, we can't.
Yeah, you can see the Apple logo.
Can you see it?
All right, now you see the Apple logo. Now you can see the login screen, and now you don't. Can you do it again?
Well, I have to restart it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You have to turn it off in order?
Yeah, it'll start working. See? Yeah. Oh no. You just
Quality engineering. Think different, baby. All right. Now you see it. Now you see the login screen. Now, no, now you don't.
There you go.
You're using it wrong. You're supposed to have it like open the bare minimum.
You're supposed to use it like this. Fair enough.
Yeah. They're really trying to get you to eat more carrots. Get your vision on point so you can view it at a 20-degree angle.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, if you use it like this, it'll work. I figured. But yeah, no, Apple will fix this. So.
will they?
I mean, if they don't, just link them to like the numerous articles that that are online, and it's not anything you did. That's for sure. That's why I asked when you dropped it. You said no. I went to they call it FlexGate. This is FlexGate now, or what is this?
I hate using the gate nonsense. Not saying gate on top of stuff is so annoying.
Yeah. So just to show you how to replicate it, just leave it open at this angle and then you can see it. Even if you're out of warranty, they should honor it. Okay, if they don't, come back. That's what I'm saying. To replace this assembly is $550. A lot of money, yeah, exactly. And then the touch bar thing is probably something else, or it's probably related. Yes, don't even mention that actually. Let them fix the screen first. Because then if you add the touch bar not working, then you'll be like,
oh my god.
you're asking
After
for
they
your
replace it, you can say, oh, hey, now this isn't working.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so do what he said. See, he's sneaky. He said after they replace the screen for you for free, then you tell them, now my touch bar is not working. Okay.
That's clever.
Why are you teaching him how to be a customer?
He is.
Kevin!
But yeah, I mean, speak to your manager though. Don't let them just like tell you no. And if they say no, say no.
Kevin, why are you such a dishonest man?
Tell you no first thing, right? First thing, and when they do that, just tell them like this to the manager. If not, just come back.
Hello.
Take care. Bye. You're being helped, right?
I've been helped.
Is he putting you on hold?
I already helped.
Kevin always keeps people on.
I'm thoroughly interested as to what's going to tell you in all the workings of all these shops. Like, I wish I had a camera on it, but yeah, I was just going to say the shop still looks really great.
Thank you.
It looks like you guys have expanded your workspaces. So
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the only one that still works here from when you met.
Front desk outside. Basement would be there. Whoa.
We can both have pulleys. You can call it up and lower it down. And call it up.
Someone said Kevin sounds like a paperweight. What?
Kevin, what?
Excuse me?
You're being mean to him again?
To be.
Anyway, if I don't see you again, if the other repair shop who show their name unnamed does well by me, then I might not see y'all again.
All right. Best of luck. It's good seeing you again, Jacqueline.
I'm not a snake, and I see you in my eye. I see you.
Oh, that was hot?
No, someone else said I'm
Why didn't I put enough solder on the pads before?
a snake.
This part of the board absorbs so much
He's always saying that.
that any iron that will actually fit in here will not get solder on those pads.
Snake, okay? And this gets out.
And Lewis is asking customers if you have a trustworthy face.
Okay, alright.
Look at which street.
Jesus. Hi says I'm going to call Kevin now.
No need, hi, no need. I'll see you on Friday, buddy. Either at the store or outside of the store.
We're going to see you on Friday. Kevin is going to see you either at the store or at your house. In your home, actually. Yeah, the issue that I have is that my bigger soldering irons that will fit in there will not, don't want to melt it. I mean, the bigger soldering iron won't fit and the smaller one won't melt it. I really thought I put something on there before. I thought that I put solder on that pad before, but apparently I did not. Maybe I did. Who knows? Let's see if can I fit this in there? Damn close to taking off the coil. I'll consider that good enough. Alright. Jesus Christ. Alright, fine. You win. You win, Chip. I don't work on a lot of iMacs, GZ, because very few people spill water onto their iMac. It takes a special person to spill water on their iMac motherboard. Because of the whole horizontal versus vertical thing. Those ground pens or something else. The phone is always ringing and Kevin is never at the desk to answer it. Is that hi answer calling? Oh, I heard Kevin talk back. That was great. He just said, hi, I don't have time for your shit. I love it. Yeah, this area has a ridiculously high thermal mass, so it's very hard to get something to stick to it. But that's fine. That's why we got that iron with a hole in the bottom, so that it's heating. So while you're heating it, there's a nice vat of solder on there as well. And now it's going to get it. Now we just touch up. I don't know what happened to that Yelp documentary. I think what rather than release it in a reasonable time frame to make the people that gave her $90,000 to do the documentary happy, what they're doing is they're shopping it around to as many people as possible, waiting to get the best deal, and not giving a crap if a bunch of people are not getting their money's worth with the exposure that they thought they would. That's what it seems like. I could be wrong, but I think that's what's going on. See you later. Thank you so much. Tomorrow's your birthday? Happy 20th birthday. I'll see you then. We'll have something for you. It's her birthday tomorrow. Maybe you'll stop losing my fucking packages. Losing my packages.
Because she saw my news. I need to ask. Just makes them run away.
Can we see the bottom of the chip before you solder? Too late. I looked at the bottom of the chip to get the orientation right. I don't have a gun cutter. Are you talking about... Do you need to use Google for 25 minutes? Also, all of you people saying that there's bridges, you realize that like 5 or 10 of these pins are all the same thing, right? That's why you see bridges. So many people screaming the same thing. Has you no knowledges? Has you no board view? Kopaz is right, I gotta stop reading YouTube chat. You are a bunch of nubs. Okay, next up. Disgusting practice of complete disrespect. All I see is a bunch of people that don't know how to read a board view. What bridge are you crazy bastards talking about? What are you talking about? So on the first MOSFET. Alright. Show me the bridge. Show me the bridge. Where's the bridge? There's no bridge. So you all just stop being noobs. You're being super noobs right now. You're being noobs to an embarrassing point. What do these MOSFETs cost? I have no idea. Probably like $3 or $5 a piece. I'm guessing somewhere between $3 and $9. I forget. It's been a while since I ordered them. Okay, so now we're going to get the chip on there in the right orientation. So this is the chip. Just going to turn it around to get it in the right orientation. By the way, this is not a hot soldering iron tip. This is an unplugged one that I'm using as a tool just to help me get stuff on the board. I don't know. I don't have all those prices memorized, I'm afraid, for the person who's asking about prices of other things. Kevin moves to board repair and Hi answers the phones. That sounds like a good idea. I think Kevin's earned board repair, right? Okay. You know how to fix boards by now. You've been sitting here watching this stuff. What?
Do I have to train I first?
Yeah, you would. All I need you to do is train Hi on how to do the phone stuff so that you can get a promotion to this new job as a board repair technician.
Not like.
I don't understand your hesitation.
Why are you making tickets?
What does the rest of it say?
No, I have to read it on the ticket.
Folks, Kevin does not want to take that job. Is there any reason that all of you think that Kevin should not move up in the world and take this great promotional offer? All he has to do is train Hi on how to do the customer service and the opening boxes and all that, and then he gets to become
It's a different definition
a board
to
tech.
us, alright?
Okay, you're on the board nicely. Alright, so now we're going to cool this board off using our Rapid Cool technology. Rapid Cool. Before we work on it, Zebatata says Kevin wants a job where he can pretend to work most of the time, not one where he needs to work. Is that the case?
It's not the case. I know what a promotion means, alright?
What's wrong with a promotion?
Chicken was loose off its stomach, and feed me a burrito, but this time don't experiment with a new location, you know where I want it from. Feed me at AOL.com.
Feed me at AOL.com. Sounds legit. Nate says, holy cow, he does look like Mr. Bean. No
I
comment.
don't know what you're talking about.
No comment. Okay, let's see if we have a short to ground on our PP bus. Now that we've put those MOSFETs back on and followed Chris Long's instructions. Interesting. Jessa just went live and I gained 70 viewers. Yikes. Okay. PP bus. 2 kiloohms. PP bus to CPU V-core. Millions of ohms. Ah, and here we see why it happened to begin with. Look at that CPU V-core controller. It's so barely noticeable, but right there, you see how there's a little spot of what looks like sand? Yeah, that, see this? There was water there. Water made it over there. I'm not going to keep the MOSFETs there, and without replacing the thing that controls them, because there's a reason these MOSFETs died. It's easier to see without the microscope camera for some reason. You lose a little bit of detail there. But there's still enough detail for you to get the idea of what I'm talking about, even if it doesn't seem as noticeable as what I'm talking about. I still have a feeling that this CPU is as alive as Cope has its chances of being rehired. Those that I accidentally wicked away. A damn its purpose is to spread the works of Karl Marx. I'll do my best to stop him from achieving that, but... What's a Fortnite dance? Zero Effect said if we get fan spin, Kevin must Fortnite dance. Okay, that I agree with. Not me. But yeah. I don't... It's not just fan spin. We need to out of a dead CPU. So this is one where fan spin is not going to be enough. Kevin! Kevin! One moment. Kevin!
Kevin!
Kevin! If you get fan spin, I'll need a full apology in the form of a handwritten letter and 1 month of free Rossman Forum, which is a great source of knowledge and everyone should sign up. 1 sec, let me send 20 volts to this off camera. Let's see. I called you because I knew that was going to be a waste of time.
Did you put in a new foam thing?
Foam? No. Oh, god damn it. The last person that worked on this fucked up the video connector. They pulled the CBC. Ugh. People always ask, how does that happen? It happens when you... God damn it. So close. Why did you bend the pin? You almost got me. I wouldn't have looked at this if I didn't know that a noob worked on it before me. Yeah, that screen cable is fucked. Alright, so I'm probably not going to have any backlight. Yeah, no backlight. So I'm definitely not going to get a backlight on this, but I don't even care. All I need to get is an image. We can worry about what this jackass did later. Fuck is this idiocy? Rip little pin. Kevin! What is Kevin even doing here? All I care about is an image.
Speaking, I can hear you.
Since I love you, do you still have Big Mac now? Oh, you still don't have Big Mac? Okay, thank you, sweetie.
The preceding message was sent directly to your phone by someone you know, courtesy of comedycalls.com.
Steve, do we have any A1398 2015-16 assemblies that actually work? Not you say work, but actually work.
No, actually work for sure.
Like really, really, really work.
1 million, billion, trillion %.
That's a 13-inch.
Still works.
You say that every time, and every time you give me one that doesn't.
No, I'll come with you. Here,
Don't come with me. You can arrive at my desk if you'd like. Arrive at my desk.
Elephant works 100%, by the way, but that was, I checked that like 3 days ago.
Young Steve.
This one was checked yesterday.
Young Steve.
What's up?
Yes.
My guy. Young Abba is only my guy.
I would not. Oh.
What did you do? You just opened it?
So I went to do what I did the first time on Friday, which was I went on guest and then hit restart.
Okay. So this is, yeah, this was an issue because it wouldn't restart. That's fine. We'll put
So
it.
it keeps going to safety.
Does it though?
This is corroded too by that area.
I just showed it to Kevin
Is
and
it?
it kept flickering.
It's good enough. That'll give me a backlight.
702 or 701, depending on who you
Good enough for rock and roll. Let's see if the CPU works before we worry about that shit.
That was a bot.
Stuff, not shit.
That was a bot.
Because we're totally not cursing
They
anymore.
weren't really responsive.
Kevin was talking back to the bot.
You were talking back to it?
Oh no, Tagir was talking back to it. I
Tagir?
thought.
Oh, Tagir.
That was fun.
Well, it's a guarantee somebody better bring it up.
You got trolled?
No, it's all I can hear. Repeat, and then repeat it, you know?
It's a bot, huh? It's a bot.
Yeah, no, but it repeats. It knows. I mean, some of them, like, they don't really repeat, but they listen for keywords, yeah.
It uses 1 amp for about a few seconds, then it uses 4 amps, and then dies.
I mean, that's CPU, right?
I know. Chris Long was just he was trolling me this whole time. Chris Long, you bastard. Chris Long, it takes 1 amp, then 4 amps, then 0. This is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, this needs Mr. Paul Zalmao.
Huh?
This
Oh,
needs
similar.
Mr. Paul Zalmao.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so Paul is going to be sourcing a CPU from China. He's going to be testing it to ensure it works. After he does that, he is going to set up the Zalmao ZM-R6200C, and he is going to replace the CPU with the one that he got. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. Don't listen to people in that strange space between California and New York, because they're all screwing with you. Everybody from that landmass. If you have 0.3 ohms to ground between PP Bus G3 hot and your CPU vCore, all right, so tomorrow Paul's going to be coming in, and I'm going to try to be convincing him to Zalmao this. And by trying to convince, I mean we're going to be chaining him to the chair and not letting him go until he Zalmaos it. So that's it for today. As always, I hope you learned something. Louis Rossman here signing out. Mr. Bean signing out. Good. See you next time.